Hi everybody, my name is Anna Jomir. I am a Neurographica instructor and aesthetic coach, as well as a supervisor in the Institute of Creativity. So, uh, I had quite a few questions about the neurographic line. So let's go deeper. Let's take a closer look at the neurographic line and how do we draw it properly. So the definition of a neurographic line is a line that we draw it there where we do not expect to see it, and it doesn't repeat itself anywhere or on like its path. So I would suggest you to do an exercise and to see the difference. So when I like you could take a piece of paper and repeat it as well, and for you to see the difference. So for now, just start drawing. Just let your hand go like this. Just like draw, like doodle, just do things like this. Just let your hand go anywhere you want to go. Just put like whatever. You can fill this page with how many lines you want, however you want to. You can take the hand, like remove the hand from the paper and start drawing again, going in circles, whatever you want to do. Well, when we do this, we are just letting our hand dictate where it goes. We just project what we already have in our subconscious mind and we put it onto paper. This, this is not how we draw the neurographic line. When we draw the neurographic line, that's why the definition is to draw it there where you do not expect to see it, because we want to show our subconscious mind a new path, a new direction, a new way of looking at things. So when you just do like this, you are not showing your subconscious mind anything new. You are not breaking out of the patterns. You are just putting onto paper what you already have. So that's why, like, this is not a neurographic line. This is not how you draw neurographic lines. This is just doodling. You can create different patterns. You can't create things. Whatever you want to do, it's just this is not Neurographica. When we start drawing Neurographica, there is a difference between neurographic art, Neurographica, just doodling, Zentangle. All of these have their places, but when we come to Neurographica, when we start working on a particular topic, when we follow the basic algorithm, we want a change. We want to achieve something. We want to get somewhere. That's why it's important to follow the basic algorithm and to draw the neurographic line properly. So, how do we actually do that? Sometimes you might hear me saying that we should draw the line with a bit of resistance. And there was another question, like, what do you mean with resistance? Like, what does that mean? So that's why I wanted you to do this exercise where you just put things onto paper. There is no resistance here. You are just letting everything flow onto paper. And sometimes that's good as well. You want to just put it, like, just want to doodle and put things you have in mind onto paper. But that's just like doodling and expressing yourself. But, and as I was saying, when you do this, this is just no resistance. You are just letting your hand flow, do whatever you want. But when we draw Neurographica, we draw this line consciously. We notice where our hand wants to go and we draw it, we direct it somewhere differently. We draw it very consciously and we try to break free from the pattern. So in the beginning, before you start mastering, before you are very like you can draw the line very well, you can close your eyes and to be more intact with your body, and to notice more easily where your hand wants to go, and try to change that direction. So for example, if your hand wants to go up, just you still can go up, just change slightly the angle, 1 degree, 2 degrees, whatever makes sense for you, just change it a bit. Because if you just do whatever you've done yesterday, you're going to have the same result tomorrow. So, with the help of neurographic line, when we draw it there where we do not expect to see it, we do not just let our hand dictate where it wants to go, but we change slightly the trajectory. We show our subconscious mind, look, there is a different way of looking at these situations, at these problems, at these things. Let's analyze this from a different angle. There is a different path to reaching the same goal. So that's basically what it symbolizes. Also, it's important for it to not repeat itself anywhere. That is another thing about the neurographic line and this breaking the pattern, because you're not drawing something predictable. You do not draw what you already have in your subconscious mind. So when you just let your hand go, you already draw what you have in your mind. But when you put a bit of resistance into it, when you draw it there where we do not expect to see it, when you don't just let your hand dictate where it wants to go, but you tell it, look, we need to look at things differently. Let's analyze things from a different angle. Let's look at this. Let's see what else can we like find here. How I can also look at this problem. You show your subconscious mind a different way, and you train it to look for new solutions. You can also do a like draw a like do a comparisons with you taking a different route home. So if you go on the same way, the same route every single time, it's predictable. Your subconscious mind already knows all the stores, all the people you meet constantly there. There is nothing new, and you are not alert, or you are just used to it and you continue doing the same thing. But when you take a different route home, you're still going to get home, but you're doing it differently. Your brain is very active. It's very, like, it notices what's going on. It scans for threats. So you are very aware, you're very alert. You are trained to look for other things, what's going on. And sometimes you're going to find a new solution to your problem. You're going to meet new people. So that's the beauty of doing something differently. You are going to get a different result. And graphically, we represent that with the help of a neurographic line and through changing the trajectory where it wants to go. Just constantly draw it there where you do not expect to see it. You notice your hand wants to go in one direction, change it. Notice it. You don't always need to have a radical change, like 180 degrees. So you want to go here, I'm going to go there. You don't need to. You can, but you don't need to. A slight change, a slight degree, in slight change in degrees of your trajectory can be enough. You don't need to scrap everything and start from scratch. You can just adjust a bit the course, and you are going to get a different result. So I hope this helps you clarify a bit how you draw the neurographic line and what does it mean to draw it with resistance. What does it mean for, like, what is the definition? What is the neurographic line? Okay, so as a quick recap, so we do not just doodle and do things like this. We draw the neurographic line consciously, and we are aware and very attentive to the process. And when you notice and when you catch yourself that you just draw whatever on the paper, notice those things. It's a moment to analyze what's going on, what's happening there, and change it. Uh, Put more attention and focus on these processes, on drawing the line, and yeah, draw conclusions. Maybe there is an insight there. So yeah, don't just doodle, because Neurographica is not about that. We draw Neurographica for results, to get to different insights. So drawing the line properly, showing a new way to your subconscious mind, um, creating a new path, a new neural pathway, is important. And we do that by drawing the neurographic line properly. There where we do not expect to see it, it doesn't repeat itself anywhere on its trajectory. If you start noticing patterns, you can actually create patterns with neurographic lines. So for example, you draw a neurographic line, you go up and down, up and down, up and down. So this is still a pattern. You draw with the neurographic line, but you still create a pattern. Try to break it. Try to show your subconscious mind a different way. So yeah, this is what I wanted to tell you today about the neurographic line. Let me know if you have any questions, if this is clearer or it's more confusing. But the idea is just start doing it. Start noticing your body, your emotions, and see what it is telling you, what comes up to the surface. And yeah, I'll be waiting to draw with you on um, in my next workshops. Thank you and have a nice day.